Yeah, Michael Whatley about to speak right now. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Thank you. Well, God bless North Carolina. Tonight, I am honored and humbled by the support of so many hardworking North Carolinians. And Suzanne, thank you for being with me on this journey. None of this happens without you and Michael and George and Mary Kate. I know Michael and George are here tonight. Really glad to have them here. Mary Kate is up at school. She's got physical training tomorrow morning at 5:30, so we gave her a pass. And I also want to thank the grassroots conservatives, volunteers, and voters across this state who knocked doors, made calls, said prayers, and helped turn this campaign into a movement. And I want to thank President Donald J. Trump for his strong and unwavering support in this race. His leadership has changed our country, and I am proud to stand with him in the fight to secure our border, to strengthen our economy, and put America first. You know, I grew up in Blowing Rock. My mom was a librarian, my dad was an accountant. I went to school, I went to church, I played sports, and I worked. I was able to pay my own way through college, through graduate school, and law school. After school, I met Suzanne, and we started an amazing family and built an incredible career. In short, I have lived the American dream right here in North Carolina. And I announced my campaign for the United States Senate because North Carolina is home, and because I want every child to have the same opportunities that I've had, to grow up, to get an education, to create a career, get married, and raise a family in safety and security. Tonight is an important night. Republican voters from across the state are united because the stakes for North Carolina are too high to stay divided. And tonight, we begin the next chapter of this campaign together. Because this election is bigger than a primary. This election is a choice. A choice between leadership that stands with working families or a choice for career politicians who prioritize radical special interests from California and New York. A choice between safer communities or politicians who protect criminals and illegal aliens to appease radical left-wing groups. A choice between supporting the men and women in uniform who protect our interests and allies around the world, or politicians who vote to deny essential military funding, leaving America weak. A choice between a conservative champion for North Carolina, who will be an ally for President Trump in the Senate, or a champion for the failed policies of the left. You know, for 8 years, Roy Cooper had a choice: stand with law-abiding families or give in to the radical left. And for 8 years, Roy Cooper sided with the radical left. It was Roy Cooper who marched with Antifa and BLM while our cities were burning in 2020. It was Roy Cooper who signed an executive order forcing cashless bail and pretrial release into our criminal justice system, creating a revolving door that put violent criminals back on the streets again and again and again. And it was Roy Cooper who released more than 4,000 prisoners, including pedophiles, rapists, and murderers, back into our communities. Among those on Cooper's list were 51 inmates serving life sentences, and DeCarlos Brown Jr., who went on to murder Irina Zarotska right here in Charlotte. Law enforcement warned against it. Families worried about their safety. And Roy Cooper did it anyway. Roy Cooper sided with criminals, and North Carolina communities have paid the price. I stand with North Carolina families, and I will always back the blue. North Carolina families know that a secure border means safer communities. Joe Biden opened our borders to the worst of the worst from around the world. More than 15 million illegal immigrants flooded into our country, bringing drugs, migrant crime, and sex trafficking on a scale never before seen in the history of our country. Illegal drugs and criminals don't stay at the southern border. They reach our towns and neighborhoods. And every state, including North Carolina, is now a border state. Roy Cooper vetoed efforts to ensure cooperation with immigration enforcement here at home, letting drugs and illegal immigrants flood into our communities. He tied the hands of our police. Thankfully, President Trump has secured our border. Not one illegal alien has been admitted into the United States in 9 straight months. And migrant crime and drug deaths are down across the country. Roy Cooper chose criminal illegal aliens over North Carolina communities. I will stand with President Trump to finish the job, secure the border permanently, and ensure that illegal aliens are swiftly deported. This election is also about our government and who it works for, working families or political insiders. Under Roy Cooper's leadership, health care costs rose to the highest in the nation, and families felt squeezed by higher prices and higher bills. Those policies didn't hurt career politicians. They hurt workers trying to raise their families and build a future. As a state legislator, Roy Cooper voted for tax hikes. As a governor, he vetoed tax cuts. He proudly declared that he would have voted against extending Trump's middle-class tax cuts and eliminating taxes on overtime, tips, and Social Security. Roy Cooper has never seen a dollar that he didn't want to tax and spend. I've never seen a tax I didn't want to cut. Roy Cooper will always support more regulation, more taxes, higher health care costs, and inflationary spending. I will fight for more jobs, bigger paychecks, and lower costs. And in the Senate, I will aggressively push for tax policies, regulatory policies, and trade policies which will strengthen our manufacturers, small businesses, and farmers. Tonight, North Carolina did not just choose a nominee. You chose a direction. A campaign built on safe communities, strong families, economic opportunity, and putting North Carolina first. I will work every day to earn the trust of every North Carolinian who wants safer streets, affordable living, and a stronger future. Tonight is not the end of a campaign. Tonight is the beginning of a movement. A movement to restore common sense leadership. A movement to stand with working families instead of criminals. A movement to make North Carolina safer, stronger, and more affordable. Our state's best days are still ahead, and together, we're going to win in November. So thank you. God bless you, and God bless the great state of North Carolina.